down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow.
Good morning. See if we can pick any strawberries plus maybe some weeding and maybe some planting of a little bit of things. There's not gonna be, there's some strawberries here. It's probably after we harvest today, there's not gonna be much left anymore. It's like the main harvest pretty much. We can go through this, see if we can find any ones that are red and ripe. It seems like these are flowering. Maybe this last row is gonna be a little bit later. Or some of it at least. Spider web or something. Didn't want to leave the finger. There's some red ones. I think I picked in a few days, so there should be some that are good and ripe. This one kinda, maybe not ready, but you can pick it. Here's a few. Here's a juicy one. That's a big guy. There's a few small ones. This year I didn't even put the berry protectors on, the bird protectors. It seems like there hasn't really been any bird damage. Which is good. Seems to be a decent bit still here. Otherwise, when you collect everything, it kind of adds up. And this is just, of course, a very small strawberry patch. There's still gonna be a little bit left, but it's gonna be just like small amounts after this. So main harvest for strawberries is pretty much pretty much over. But yeah, man, this weather is nice now when it's not 30 degrees. It's even some shade here. We had a few really hot days there, so I didn't really want to stream on those. Couldn't really do much. There's a real big guy. Big guy. Hello there. This last plant here right at the end, this has produced like a lot of berries. Lot of berries. Some that I'm gonna leave to grow a little bit more. Decent chunk. There's like a liter of berries, probably half a kilo. That's pretty good for just a little patch. And we got more down here. But yeah, that's almost those strawberries are almost done for the season. Yeah, these taste really good. Then we're gonna do some weeding here a little bit here. This parsley is kind of a lot of weeds there. Then we can pick. There might be some more strawberries there, but not much. I guess we can check them first. Those were planted last year, so they were a lot bigger. The ones here are really small. There's probably not going to be a lot of berries here. These are going to be next year. These are going to be a lot bigger. Yeah, there's really no berries here, I think. There were some, but they're mostly growing leaves here this year. Getting established. Potatoes seem good. We don't have the wild boars. They haven't destroyed the potatoes yet. Onions are growing. Good stuff. Yeah, some weeding, and we could these small plants, small chilies that are in those, we could dig them in the ground too. The bigger ones I'm gonna leave in the pots. And the mini tomatoes are growing too. These tomato plants are always like funny. It's like they're really small, the plants, and they don't look like super good. I think they might have gotten over water, so some of the leaves died. But I guess they're looking better now. And they will produce like big amounts of those small tomatoes, even if the plants are like pretty tiny. But yeah, I guess we got the strawberries. Now we can do a little weeding here, clean this up a little bit. These tomato plants are growing pretty nicely too. They look kind of different than these. These might be like normal tomato plants. I don't remember. These are like mini tomatoes. And then peas. Yeah, we don't have to wait a lot for these peas anymore. Once they fill up a little more, then we can start eating the peas. But yeah, let's cut before I forget. I can cut some dill and parsley, just put it on top of the strawberries. Then we're done here, then we can do some weed management. Just a little to spice up the food. Dill is always, I should have maybe planted the dill in many like smaller sections, because now you can't eat enough. It will grow like old and then it's not that good anymore. But I guess you can still eat the good parts, but would maybe be better to plant it in like sections or a little bit and then wait a couple of weeks and then plant some more. Oh well. it'll work this time. You can eat like still this part you can eat. You don't want to eat the kind of stemmy part, but you can eat the rest of the plant. Time for some weeding. Then we're gonna save our one lettuce plant. I wonder what happened to the rest of them. They somehow died. One survived. One was a strong one. Weeding. Gonna do some weeding. Corn plants look good. I don't think they've ever looked this good. They look pretty healthy there. Corn is always like, it's a very much an experiment every year. I think this year I succeeded better. I started to grow them indoors a little bit later, and then grew them until they had like 2 or 3 leaves, and then I planted them out here with the whole pot in the ground. I think that was good. I didn't destroy the roots that much, so it seems like they're growing nice now. We still got good moisture here. I watered yesterday or the day before that. So there's still pretty good moisture in the ground. And tomorrow it might rain. I don't have super high hopes, but according to the forecast it should rain tomorrow. Natural rain, so we don't need to make more artificial rain. I'm really hoping for the big fields that we would get some nice rain. Would be helpful. Yeah, I didn't think we had any strawberries start there. Here it was just weeds. You can just pull this. Whack the twitch grass. Yeah, between the rows that's pretty easy. In the rows, I'm just gonna try to pull the biggest weeds out. There's a little bit left there, it's fine. Yeah, carrots look okay. They're really gonna grow for a long time yet, so they look pretty good here. Not too many weeds in there. You can check the rows. It looks pretty clean there. Carrots and only carrots, or mostly carrots at least. And put some strings on the peas. I think we somehow need to kind of tighten it up. Looks a little loose. I guess we lift that side up, or I don't want to move the poles themselves. I guess I got that thing that we could move them, because that looks okay, but this piece looks kind of sloppy, kind of loose. We could try getting this like pulled a little bit. Almost need to put a new hole. Get this. There's so much piece, it's kind of heavy. I guess it keeps them off the ground still, so that's good. It could be a little tighter. I guess you could weed them first here. The stuff that's kind of close here to the peas, you have to kind of see where the root is and then try not to pull the peas out. Yeah, there's peas. They're starting to fill up the things. Fill up the things. Kind of hard, you can't really get in between the rows anymore. It's kind of too much stuff there, and peas are hanging on to everything. Peas are kind of stuck on each other too, so can't even move them too much. We can try to pull out the most obvious weeds, some thistles and some stuff that we got there. The one row is here, they start to grow here and then they're hanging over to the side. At least they're like a little bit up from the ground now with the strings. Like that. We try to tighten it a little bit, maybe put a new hole either in this end or the other end and then pull the strings a bit tighter. Maybe this end is easier to move. If we try to pull it backwards, let's say 10 centimeters. Let's see if that makes it any better. I could spin the rope on the end here, but I don't have. I could put a nail, I guess, to keep it tight. That would be one option too. But we'll try it like this. Get it slightly tighter, maybe. We can get it up from here. And then move it. It's gonna be tight now, alright. Too tight. Now the strings are tight, all right. Guess we can do the same to the other one. We don't need to move it really much. Just like 10 centimeters backwards. I need to tighten it up. Other option would be if I could spin this like this, then that would tighten it, but then I would need like a nail or something to lock this in place here. Otherwise it's just gonna slip back. Yeah, the peas or those guys, they're flowering or something. There's like red flowers or something on the beans. That looks, those are standing pretty much upright, I guess. Right there. That'll tighten it up. That'll tighten it up, all right. That's much better. Now the strings are tight at least, and now I can get the piece up there. It should be, it's gonna definitely keep them off the ground now. Here we got the leek, I guess, these guys. Leek or onion, whichever it was. There are not many of them, but there are some here, so and they're more visible now than before. Yeah, peas are filling up. It's not gonna be a long time, then we can start picking those up. Guess we could try to weed these by hand. Should be able to see. That's twitch grass. That's the onions and leeks. Hard to tell the difference sometimes. What all do you grow? In the small garden here, or in the garden, we have a lot of stuff. Like out in the big fields we got wheat, oats and grass. But then in the garden here we got, if I start here, we got parsley, dill, one lettuce that didn't die, beans, leek, peas, carrots, corn, chilies, tomatoes, potatoes, onions, strawberries. Yeah, that's what we have here. Then like a few berry bushes and like an apple tree and all kinds of stuff. Probably missed something or misnamed something, but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff here. And then of course all the wild stuff that grows just in the forest, like lingonberries and bilberries and wild not wild strawberries and wild is it not cloudberries but raspberries. So we got everything, or all kinds of stuff, not everything for sure. Growing tobacco, I don't know about growing tobacco. I guess you can, but you would have to have it indoors. I think tobacco has a pretty long like growing period. But yeah, if you would grow it, yeah, indoors you could probably grow it. Yeah, here this I think it's mostly weeds. You get here some onions. Then after that I think this is just weeds here. Don't really see anything. Any good stuff there. Same with this line right there. And yeah, the beans are looking pretty good here. They're like flowering. I thought this was first going to be the beans, but there's like these red flowers on them now. I've never grown this before, so we're kind of seeing what happens there. Oh yeah, there's one there. There's a couple that are growing, and this is weed, and this is just weeds here. So we don't have weed, but we have weeds. Almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. Kind of interesting that weed has a name that's so close to weeds. So it's like pretty interesting. There's a couple of small ones there. And now that looks, the rest we can do with the tool. Easier and faster. Like sometimes you have to manually weed in, like if it's weeds inside the rows there. But the bigger, flatter parts, we can just use this guy. But yeah, I think this last part here, this is just weeds, so we can just kind of kill all these guys. Almost too much for this guy here. Like a thick layer of weeds. Might need to kill some and then come back in a few days. Finish the job. But other than that, that looks pretty good. Maybe some weeds in the beans there. Here we can weed this because there's like one that survived there. One lettuce thing. That screw is coming loose almost. Might need do some maintenance on the tools. Here's one that we can lift up So these I try to like, tie these up to get this to grow like upwards instead of like sideways. Keep it off the ground. Do you ever do mulching to avoid the weeds? You can do like with the strawberries, we planted them like we put like black plastic on the ground and then we just put holes where the strawberries are, and that keeps most of the weeds away. But yeah, I don't really use mulch. You can put like, you could put some stuff around here to keep the weeds down. I tried a little bit, I think it was last year or the year before that, I put like some sawdust around to keep the weeds down, but I mean, it helped some, but yeah, it's pretty easy to do it like this too. Not a huge issue. These you could try to lift them even more up. These lines are, well, they're kind of tight. They could be a little tighter. I don't want to move these posts though, because there's a lot of stuff hanging here. Just try to clean it a little bit here without pulling out the beams. Where are the roots? The roots are actually a little bit that way. Well, that's a lot better. Then we got the dill is growing pretty nicely. We can just some weeds from the side. This dill stuff is usually really easy. Grows to be pretty tall pretty fast, so the weeds don't even have time to, or they're kind of left behind right away. Then the parsley is a little bit of a lower plant. Here we can do a bunch of weeding. Decent bit of weeds here. Do between the rows first, and then we'll do the manual stuff inside the rows. Warm day today, but thank God it's a lot cooler than a few days ago. Then this would have pretty much been impossible to do. Still gotta kind of pace yourself so you don't overheat. The rest here we can do with the mower. Lawn mower. Try not to fall over. Yeah, again, tomorrow it should rain. But yeah, the big fields, it's like a rain still now would save a little bit of the season, but yeah, it's been this year kind of really the same as the last few years, where you can never trust the rain forecast. Most of the time it does like, oh yeah, it's gonna rain tomorrow, and then the closer you get to that rain, the less there is, and eventually there is no rain. We're thinking about doing a little bit of like fertilizing on the big fields, but we'll really have to wait today and see if there's going to be rain tomorrow, because if you spread the fertilizer and it doesn't rain, then it's just going to sit there on the ground and not do anything. So I'm going to have to watch the weather forecast very closely. See if maybe there would actually be some rain. Some very, very rare rain. Where is this at? Finland. There should be in the title, there should be like a flag. Yeah, this is probably the most work here. Clean these 3 rows out of the weeds. The rest of the stuff is bigger, so it's not really threatened by the weeds anymore. Do one row at a time here, I guess. How come so many buildings are red? It's pretty common here. I mean, that building is yellow, then we got red. Neighbors got some red buildings. The house is yellow. I mean, for the houses here, actually, they're mostly not red, actually. That house is white, that house is yellow. Kind of blue or gray house, white house. But yeah, for the barns, it's pretty common to have them like red here. I think it dates back to the time when really the only paint available was like a paint you could make yourself. And that was, the color for that was like red. You couldn't really get like any other like color pigments. So I guess that's why a lot of the old barns, at least, are usually red. But yeah, it looks pretty nice when it's like red barns. Hello there, Tristan. But yeah, these days, of course, now when people paint their houses here, then you can paint like whatever color. But back in the day, there wasn't like a lot of options. You couldn't just go to the store and buy whatever. Like a long time ago in the 50s, 40s, like before that time. There's really different times or different things available at those times. Contrasts well with the snow. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not really like, I don't think, yeah, when back in the day when they painted, they didn't really think about how it looked. It was more like, how will this building last a long time? That was the priority. But yeah, it looks decent. And it's like, it's pretty common in, like, I think in Sweden there's even more like red buildings than Finland. Or maybe it's the same, but yeah, in the Nordic countries, in the Scandinavian countries, pretty common to have red buildings. Take a little break here now. Take a little break, and we're gonna weed a little bit there, and then we can go maybe plant those chili plants in the ground there. I think the small ones, I think we could like transplant them into the ground instead of just having them in the pots. And then this stuff that's further here that we can mow with the lawnmower again, so easier that way. Definitely gonna want to get rid of these guys, the thistles and the twitch grass, kind of main weeds, and then there's some other random weeds too. Is this weed? This is weed. Or it's weed without the S, or with an additional S, I should say. So there's some weed growing here. Some weed S. Terve. This is pretty real here too. We grow some real weed here. I guess you can smoke these too. Probably smoke them somehow and you get high on it. That's a nice teasel right there. Do this row and then come back with the last one there. Should be pretty good. We're just gonna get most of the weeds. If there's like a few here and there left, that's fine. As long as it's mostly parsley here. Should be pretty good. Excuse me, sir, we had to clean the weeds out from the nose. Air filter cleanup. But yeah, just a little bit left there. Then we can plant those. Go check the potatoes and stuff. See if we need to. Maybe there's some weeds in the potatoes even. Yeah, we got there's a couple of rows of potatoes there. They have been not eaten by the wild boars yet, so that's a big thumbs up. Any night the boars could come in and just eat all the potatoes. But they haven't, either there is not that many boars around here anymore, or they haven't found it yet. One of the two options. I'm really hoping there's not too many of them around here. Then I can have my stuff in peace here. Not being eaten by the boars. We might have pulled one out. Well, you can eat this up. Accidentally pulled up a parsley, but yeah, you can this you can just eat. Yummy. Parsley. rat jam. As long as there's no keck boom, then we're fine. Oh, demi-raid. Well, welcome raiders. Thank you for the raid there. Okay, we got chats flying at least now. Welcome in everybody. Yeah, we're just doing a little bit of farming here. We can see I got this pretty much done here. We can go take a look at what we're growing here. We got some stuff here. Got some strawberries. Got some yummy strawberries. Picked up some stuff. Then there's a lot of stuff that's still growing. Peas, we got everything. We got corn. We got, I guess we could try to plant those small things in the ground there. See if they will survive that next, and then we can go check the rest of the stuff later. Man, chat's flying. I'm not growing weed, but I might have some weeds in the some weeds here. Very small difference, but kind of a big difference. Oh, thank you for this. There was a sub. I saw that. Thank you for the sub. But yeah, we got some. These should be chili plants. I'm gonna try to move them put them in the ground here, and see if we can get them to grow like these tomato plants here. Farmer is the guy that, or guy or girl that raided me. Is he or she a farmer? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe there is some farmers, other farmers that stream too, but it's not like most people are doing other stuff on a stream. I guess you can be, if you do gaming, you can do kind of farming in gaming too. Maybe play farming simulator. Just gonna cut these open, just put them in the ground here, see what happens. Just open it up a little bit. Just like that, then we're just gonna put it in here. Dirt around and then put water on it and see. Hopefully some miracle happens and it grows after that. Oh man, chat's wild for sure. Yeah, maybe. I gotta say, you guys, what is it called? Like what is it called in English? Not I define, but I define as a tractor, actually. That's a pretty good. That should fit pretty well with farming, right? That's just a weed, I think. That guy. Those are growing pretty well. These are kind of not growing that well, but we'll plant them here and see what happens. But yeah, I guess the corn is growing nicely here at least. This is some corn plants right here. They're growing pretty well. Oh man, chat. Yeah, we'll try to put these guys, those three, in the ground here. Then we'll see. We'll probably do some more weeding. I know you guys like weeding, so we can do a little bit more weeding. Pretty sure chat would like that. Chat's favorite activity, I think. Some more dirt on that guy. How many acres do we have? For the fields we have like 36 hectares, and then about 20 hectares of forest, and then that should be in acres. Maybe like 80 acres of fields and like 50 acres of forest, something like that. I'm not good with the freedom units, but I think it's something like that. Something like that in acres. So a pretty depending on where you're from, it's like a pretty small farm or a pretty big farm. Really depends where you're from. And then right now we're just working in the garden here, so this is very small. This is not many acres at all. Just a little garden. But yeah, this is just for fun here. For fun farm. Take this last guy, those ones, the bigger ones, I'm gonna leave them in the pots and they'll just grow there. Should be fine for those. I think we're gonna take a break in between. Gazebo break. Boats or arcades? Which one do I prefer? Do you mean like gambling wise or something? I gotta say I prefer probably like somewhere where you can play Texas Hold'em. Is farming my job? It's one part of my job. So a little bit of farming, a little bit of forestry, and then some investing outside the farm, I guess you could call it. So it's like a multi, I don't know how you say it in English, multi-part job. How's life in Finland? It's pretty good overall. Yeah, if you like to be like in peace and have a lot of nature around you, then Finland is a good place. Good place to be in. Gotta check one thing here. Got my chat tab, but it's like it combines Twitch and Kick Chat. We can check just Kick Chat because I can see the subs otherwise. Gotta thank everybody that's subbed. If we can get the Kick app to kick. Oh god, update now. And there's an update for it. Shouldn't take too long. I only stream farming. No, I stream some other stuff too. Like most of the stuff is somehow connected to farming. So sometimes we drive the tractor in the field and stuff, and sometimes we do some work in the forest, but it's kind of like all over the place. Sometimes I like to do like biking. So yeah, you might see us do some biking streams at some point. It's kind of like a lot of stuff. Do I know Aiden Ross? I think I heard the name. Probably like some other streamer. Not sure. Yeah, let's see if I get the Kick app here. I got another chat app that shows both. I stream to like Twitch and Kick at the same time now. So I have an app that shows both chats, but it doesn't show the Kick subs. So we gotta take the Kick app here, and maybe from here I can see. Here I should be able to see the stuff. There's the normal chat. So yeah, somebody subbed, but I think I saw the sub also in the app. It just went fast, it went really fast. But there's like Jamelo subbed. I think maybe that was the only sub. But yeah, thank you for that sub. Oh god. This Kick app is kind of slow. There, do I have like in Twitch you can see there's like you can see the subs and stuff up there. How do we watch that in? Over here in this guy. But I think it shows. I think it shows up there. So. But yeah, if anybody subs, thank you for all the subs. Definitely helps out the farm. That way you can actually directly support a farmer. It's always, if there's some like organization that supports, and it's like the organization takes a big part and then maybe gives something to the farmer. With this way you can a little bit more directly support the farmer. But yeah, we're going to take a little break here, then we can do a little bit more stuff. Then we'll have to see. I think my brother, he thought about putting some fertilizer in the fields, but we'll have to see like the weather forecast. There's supposed to be rain tomorrow, like a lot of rain. Yesterday it said a lot of rain on Monday. Now it's saying like a little bit of rain on Monday. So we're hopefully we get a lot of rain on Monday. Then we could spread some fertilizer there before, and then the rain should really help to soak it in the ground. Donating 5k of ETH to our farming foundation. That's good. Yeah, it's really one thing also that's really good. If you want to donate, like subbing is fine and everything, normal donations are fine. But if you donate crypto, that's pretty good, because then the fees are like way smaller than if you say use a PayPal donation. Like with crypto, the actual transfer fee or gas fee is like really tiny. So it's really the most preferred way, I guess, for donations are crypto. Crypto is for scammers. I don't know. Like crypto in itself is pretty good. Then of course crypto will be used somewhere for scams, but normal money is also used for scams. There was somewhere I read that just the Mexican drug cartels, they use the same amount of money in 1 year for like illegal stuff that than the whole crypto is worth, like all the cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything added together is less than what the Mexican mafia uses for drugs in 1 year. So that puts it kind of into perspective at least. Of course, hard to know like exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure like crypto in a way it's way more traceable than norm. If someone pays like dollars to some drug guy, then that's not that easy to trace. But if you do crypto, then the crypto transactions are technically there, like all the transactions are in a blockchain. So technically they could all be traced back. I hope the crypto market would be bigger than the cartel. The crypto market is growing. It's going to be later this year, next year, it's going to be a lot bigger than what it is right now. It's going to be growing a lot, I'm pretty sure. Like even now it's growing a lot. Like the biggest fund manager in the world, BlackRock, if you're a customer to them, you can buy Bitcoin through BlackRock. So that tells you something, like it's becoming mainstream for sure. It's definitely becoming like more mainstream. Yeah, BlackRock is huge. It's like basically if BlackRock says something, then the USA is gonna do that. BlackRock is really huge. My dad got Bitcoin at $700. I wish I would have got Bitcoin at cheaper prices. I think I first heard of Bitcoin when it was like $10,000 at the time or something already. So pretty damn expensive. But I guess the good thing with Bitcoin, you can always buy like a little. You can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. It's gonna give you like 0.0000 something Bitcoin, but then you have like a little piece. That's always good. Anybody can still buy it. Maybe not huge chunks, but you can always buy like a little bit. Like you can buy $10. I think $10 is maybe the smallest amount you can buy of Bitcoin. Maybe it's even smaller. But yeah, you can buy really small amounts, which is good. You don't have to buy like a full Bitcoin. Because if you would have to buy a full Bitcoin, then pretty much like no one could buy Bitcoin, or very few people. And I think, yeah, some people probably don't know that, and they think like when someone says Bitcoin is 60k, then they think like, oh God, you need to have 60k to buy Bitcoin. But that's definitely not the case. Has anyone ever gifted you crypto? And I don't think so. Like it's still pretty like not mainstream. Like most people don't know what it is, I think. But yeah, a great way to save a lot in fees. Like I know if I transfer, let's say, $100 worth of Bitcoin or something, I think the gas fee right now it's like a few cents. So I don't know if you do $100 PayPal donation, how much does PayPal take? Probably, is it like a few percent or something? So that's going to be a lot more. So yeah, it would be, the technology is already there for like a lot cheaper transactions. No middleman. %, yeah, so that would be on $100 donation, that would be $2 to PayPal. If you do that with crypto, you can probably do it for like 6 cents, or it depends on which crypto you do, of course. But the gas fee is going to be a lot lower. So right there would be a very good like use case. People always say that, okay, crypto doesn't have any use case. But that's a use case right there. Both the donator and the receiver like save a lot of money there. So that's a use case right there. And especially for like small transactions, if you do, like a lot of people want to donate like $1, $2, then the fees are pretty much going to be like half the donation, which is pretty sick if you think about it. So if you do crypto, if you do like $1 worth of some crypto, then the fee is going to be almost zero. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I think it's gonna, probably at some point, it's gonna go more to that, like the transactions are gonna be pretty, or a lot cheaper than what most people use these days. And yeah, at least with Bitcoin and some other cryptos, you know, everybody knows how much is around. Like there's never going to be more than 21 million Bitcoin. But with dollars, for example, same with the euros, you worked hard for your dollars and then your government prints like a few billion out of thin air, probably some trillions soon. Then the value of what you just got just went down and there's nothing you can do about it. That sucks. Yeah, inflation sucks. Inflation is, I think someone somewhere said inflation is like it's like a hidden tax, an extra tax. Basically, very few select people like decide how big the inflation is, and then with that they can kind of control whatever. Like control the whole economy. Okay, here we got, yeah, here we can do a little weeding. There's not too many weeds, thank God, in the potatoes and stuff. This has stayed pretty clean. Just a few weeds. Few weeds in there. Probably pull them out by hand, it's just a few. Any other good cryptos except Bitcoin? Bitcoin is by far the best. It's the one, it's very different from all the other cryptos. So I I would say it's like Bitcoin, and then you got all the other cryptos. And even there you could kind of, there's some of the other big ones like Ethereum, Chainlink. Some of those are really good also. They're like solid projects. But then you got all your meme coins like Dogecoin, whatever. Those are just basically for fun. They have nothing to do with Bitcoin. You shouldn't. I think a lot of people confuse them. Like they think that they're exactly the same thing as Bitcoin, and then they see it's like going up and 100% and going down a few 100% or 100% max, and then going to zero. Some of the shit coins will definitely go to zero. But yeah, Bitcoin is by far like better than all the others. But yeah, it's best to have pretty much, yeah, Bitcoin is by far better than all the others, or at least way different. I would say all the others you can, like Bitcoin is, like there's no CEO of Bitcoin. But a lot of the other coins, it's like some dude or a group of people that make them. So you can kind of maybe compare that to like a startup more. Like it's a startup company. And a lot of them will fail over time. So those are way like more risky. But yeah, Bitcoin is if nothing else, it's very interesting because the Bitcoin is like, it's the first ever money that actually has like a hard cap. Like there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. Like all the other money we have ever used as humans, it's always been like there's no like max limit. Like you can always make more of the money. But Bitcoin, it's like there is a limit. There is upper limit. There will never be more than 21 million. That sounds like pretty hard money to me. Monopoly money, you can print more. Bitcoin, you can't really just make more. I know they mine Bitcoin, but we're going towards the max limit of 21 million. I think right now it's already like, 19 million Bitcoin have been mined. So there's not much more available. Most of it is already mined. And yeah, when the largest asset manager in the world is selling Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin through them, then I don't think it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. Can some hacker just completely destroy Bitcoin? It would be very hard, since Bitcoin is like a decentralized network. So there's like nodes everywhere in the world, in a lot of places, and unless you hack like over 50% of them at the same time, then you can't really hack Bitcoin. It doesn't help, like it's not like Bitcoin isn't like on one server somewhere. It's like nodes in a lot of places. And unless you control over half of them, then it doesn't really, like, you can't hack it. So in many ways it's like even more safe than banks and stuff. Like they have their money like in just a few places. But Bitcoin is like, it's technically like everywhere. Even if like the power would go out in the whole world at the same time, then as soon as you would get the power back, then the nodes would fire up, and then Bitcoin would be okay again. So even in that pretty rare occasion where the whole world would go without power at the same time, then even that wouldn't like kill Bitcoin. And I think if that would happen, then we would have bigger problems than Bitcoin. If the power would go out in the whole world at the same time, then I think we have bigger problems than Bitcoin. But yeah, Bitcoin has been around 15 years now or something. It's never been hacked. Like Bitcoin has never been hacked. Exchanges have been hacked. People do scams with Bitcoin, but the actual Bitcoin network, I think, has not been hacked at all in 15 years. It's always like people fail, Bitcoin doesn't fail. That's also a big difference that maybe not everybody knows. And I'm not like a super expert on Bitcoin. There's definitely people that know more about Bitcoin. But one thing I definitely recommend everybody is you can study Bitcoin. Look it up online, learn a few things about it. That's definitely useful. There's a lot of good resources available to read up on Bitcoin and kind of understand it better. Damn, this sticky weed, this is like sticky, it sticks to, it's almost like it has glue on it. If you put it like this, it sticks to your like arm. Sticky weed. When did I first invest in Bitcoin and have you mined Bitcoin? I have not mined Bitcoin and I might or might not have Bitcoin myself. Hello there. We got the other dude available. How's the rain forecast looking? Better or worse now? Okay, pretty same. Samey. Det lönar sig att spara. Okay, we got some, there's a few strawberries here. Can just eat. Yummy. Just a few strawberries here. They're pretty small here. This one was planted this year. But yeah, someone asked about the mulching. Like, I don't use mulch, but here on the strawberries you use this like plastic. This will keep like almost all the weeds out. Unless you get a weed that grows like this, like exactly in the same spot. Then this makes it a lot easier, a lot less weeding needed to be done here. Big difference in price. Oh, there's potatoes already. Look at this guy, I pulled up the weed. There's potatoes. There's taters, man. I think I need to dig more dirt up like this so that taters don't stay in the sun. It hasn't flowered yet, but there's already potatoes here. I guess we could maybe take some and eat at some point here too. But yeah, I need to dig up more dirt from the sides so the potatoes stay under the dirt. If they're on top of the dirt or visible to the sun, they will be like green. Become green when they get sun. Guess you could try take the one. If I got the one tool here, we could try to dig up some dirt from the sides.
But yeah, that's nice. So there is some potatoes growing under there. They haven't started to flower yet, but there's already some taters there. Yeah, we can try to dig up some dirt. I have to take a tool if I don't have the big tool. I think with this we can do it. I did with that rake earlier, but I think with this one we can dig up more dirt. Just a little bit from the sides to fill up the bench a little bit more. At least see, it might be pretty hard, the ground on the side, but maybe we can dig a little bit of more dirt up there. Every little bit helps, I guess. It's not gonna be much, but I guess we kill the weeds at the same time if we dig it up like that. We're just going to do a little bit here on the potatoes. Should help them out a little bit. Then we can look at the pour. This might be the poorest ever field we have had on the big fields. So this here, it's a pretty big. It's a little better there on the low parts, but this field is definitely a big kind of failure this year. It's not going to be great. Like here you can see there's a little bit more green when I water this here. It's going to spray a little bit here always, so there's a little bit more water. But then you see there, with the natural rain, it's looking pretty horrible. It didn't rain enough there. So yeah, this is wheat, and some of the wheat is the head is starting to come out. Yeah, here you can see. So here where it got water, this looks like okay. That's quite 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a decent amount of seeds on that one. But that one got extra water when I watered this guy. You can see there's a little patch that's better. Then there's basically nothing there. But yeah, this is the worst field. We can go take a look. There's oats there, that looks better. And the other big wheat field looks better too. But this is pretty bad here. One of the worst fields ever. It's pretty hard. Pretty hard there. We don't get too much dirt there, but a little bit. Luckily we just have a little bit of potatoes. This could be pretty heavy to do this kind of digging if we would have like a larger area. And there you can see the surface is dry, but underneath there is definitely good moisture. I did water this 2 days ago. But yeah, it's already drying up pretty much. Hopefully we get more rain tomorrow. The more the better almost. That's decently heavy work to do the digging. luckily we just have a little bit, just a little bit to do. There is, if you have more potatoes, there is a machine you can hook up to the tractor, and then you pull it between the rows and then it pulls up dirt. But yeah, we don't have that equipment. We had at some point when they used to have more potatoes on the farm here. But these days we only have like only very little bit of potatoes. So I can manage this with just hand tools. If you have any kind of bigger areas, and it's good to have some tractor tools. But yeah, my brother was pretty adamant about the spreading of fertilizer today, so I think soon at some point here we will go and fire up the tractor and lift some fertilizer in the spreader, and then he will take off to the field over there and spread some fertilizer. Probably not right now, but pretty soon here. So then you get some tractor action even today. Even if today is mostly like a garden day. Here there's more dirt available. One row done, the shorter row left. At least these guys, onions, leeks, whatever that is, those are growing pretty nice. You can eat these guys, but then the main thing is the bulb or whatever it's called that's growing inside the dirt there. That will be good to harvest then late in the fall. Yeah, there you can see it looks dry on the surface, but got pretty good moisture in this dirt. This dirt underneath. But yeah, garden days are always good workout days. Don't need to go to the gym after this. I think that's pretty good. We could try it on this side up there, but there wasn't really much dirt there. So I think it's almost going to be good now. Good stuff. I'm gonna chill in the gazebo, and then we could go paint. We get a little bit of paint left. I could go, and if my brother hasn't painted it already, but use the rest of the paint we had there. I think he might have already done that, but If not, then we could check that, because this is good now. I try to remember to take the strawberries out of here. Probably take those now before I forget. And then yeah, it should be, garden is ready for rain. Hopefully we'll get rain tomorrow. A good 20 meals wouldn't hurt at all. Yummy strawberry. And then I guess I can go take a look there if maybe my brother did the painting already. Then that would be done. Done deal. I think he might have painted this already. Maybe. If the paint bucket is empty, then yes. And these are already just put in place. Put in place at some point here. So yeah, we're gonna take a break now. Take a break. Smells like paint here, so he's probably all done with that. Yeah, it's wet here. It's probably he has done the painting. The bucket is, I think, empty. That's good. Hello there, Smiles. 22 here. Yeah, I think it's something around that here too. That's pretty. It's a pretty good day today. It's a lot better than a few days ago when it was 30 degrees here. We had I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was like 30 degrees here, or over 30 degrees. So yeah, it was so hot I couldn't even stream. I couldn't really do anything at that point. Now it's much more manageable. Yeah, here we have the sample area again, where I put the stick. This one got irrigation here a little bit. And then this guy here, everything else the same, no irrigation. It's pretty evident, pretty big difference. Here the wheat is already, the head is out, yet the seeds are forming there. So I wish the whole field would look like this. But yeah, at least now we know with good amounts of rain how it could look. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Like here we can see that this is like right here, the dirt is like there. It's really bad dirt here, like pretty poor dirt. But even there, when you get plenty water, like this looks pretty decent here, the wheat. The leaves are pretty healthy. There's not too much like bug damage or anything on the leaves. They look pretty healthy, pretty dark green. So soil is in pretty good shape. Soil is in good shape, we just need rain. Hopefully next year we get better amounts of rain. Yeah, even you can see like here, like it's really poor. The dirt there is pretty much the same as here, so it's pretty bad dirt here, like clay, kind of heavy clay, not the best. Over there the soil is better, so if it can grow this well on bad soil with rain, then on the parts with good soil, if we get rain, then it would grow like even better than here. But yeah, it will be interesting. I think we have to, when we harvest this, I will try to, maybe this is a big enough area where I can actually with the combine just harvest this small area and then see how much wheat you get and then compare it like to the poorer areas. But it's going to be a big difference. Or maybe I can just do a rough count, like when this is ready, then I can count how many seeds there are. And then multiply that with like one seed produced, let's say 20 seeds, then you can get a rough estimate. Like this is 20 times more than what we put in the ground. And if we put, let's say we put 300 kilos per hectare in the ground, and if this is like 20 seeds, and that's like an average head, then it's like 30 times or 20 times 300. That would be like 6 tons of wheat per hectare. If that's anywhere close, then I would be really happy with that. But on this field, we're lucky, in total, if we get like a ton per hectare, maybe. Yeah, the water, here you can see that the water is really important. If you get a decent amount of rain, then this ground has got we put no fertilizer here, just water. The only difference between this and this is water. I had my garden sprayer spray a little bit here. And yeah, this looks a lot better. But yeah, this is just like a small test, so we can visually compare it here. But yeah, we can take a break now. Then we'll see. Probably on the other wheat field, thank God, looks better. This is by far the worst field. Here you can see there's cracks are starting to form in the ground. It's like really getting dry here. There's still like some wheat, like some of these that somehow got their roots down early enough so they could grow. Yeah, when farming, it's always a test. Every year somewhere it's like a test. And every year is always a little bit different. There's always something that's different. Yeah, it's definitely it's kind of up to the luck because I can't control the rain. And I know someone's going to say like you can do irrigation, but irrigation on the big fields, it would be another like big investment. And I'm not sure if I have the supply of water to even do it. So it's maybe possible. But financially, I'm not really sure. But yeah, the last decent year for rains was 2020. So yeah, really hoping next year will be a wet summer. 2022, I thought that third time's the charm, but it wasn't for rain. Now this year was like fourth time is the charm. Not yet, maybe next year. when farming, you're always like, but next year it's going to be better. But yeah, it would definitely be good to get like a decent year here at some point pretty soon, because funds are running pretty slim otherwise. The bank account is at a risk of going to pretty low numbers otherwise. But yeah, hopefully at some point it starts to rain more. Yeah, I guess we could walk up. You can technically walk through the field here, because in some spots there's so little stuff growing that I can kind of walk around it. Or we could go around the field over there and then go up there, check the oats a little bit. The oats looks better, and the other wheat field is also a lot better. This is by far the worst field here. But it's always, when you come to the farm here, this is always the first thing you see, and then that's of course the worst field. It's always like, it would be better if the bad field would be somewhere behind there where no one can see. Now it's like, if you come to the farm, this is the first thing you see, is like a terrible field. Not nice, not nice. Yeah, it gives like a bad look for the farm. I guess the one good thing is that this field is not like up there. There's the main road going up there, so at least the field close to that road is better. So when random people drive through, at least they see the better field. At least that field was terrible last year with the beans. Like, everybody just saw a field full of weeds there last year. At least now there's a good amount of oats there, so that's better. But yeah, we can walk up there and take a look at it, and then pray to God a lot of rain tomorrow. There might be, like even now, I think the weather forecast is saying we can get up to 20 mils tomorrow, maybe 30 mils. So it would still help, like feel the heads of the grain now, if we would get rain at this point. Like, it's not gonna save the whole season by any means, but it would still help like a decent amount at this point. But then after like 2 or 3 weeks later, then the crop is almost gonna start turning yellow, and then rain doesn't help anymore. Yeah, we need the same rain here that they got yesterday in the football match. It rained so hard they had to pause the match. We need that here. Like super heavy rain, even thunder. Hail I'm not so sure if I like, because hail can kind of destroy the crop, but heavy rain I wouldn't mind. At this point, like, slow rain is better, but I'm at this point I take any rain. I take heavy rain, light rain, a lot of rain, almost like flooding. Yeah, it was funny, the Danish fans, like there was one spot from the roof that it like poured down like a lot of water in one spot, and the fans, they were just dancing there naked in the water. That was good to see that the fans are having a good time even if it's raining. Like, if it would start to rain here tomorrow, I'm dancing too. I'm dancing in the rain if it rains. Probably seems weird because
Yeah, most people don't like rain, but I love rain most of the time. When we're harvesting, then I don't like rain. But other than that, I like rain. But yeah, let's go I haven't taken a look at the oat field in a while here. It should be, there's at least no bad spots like this where there's nothing. At least there's like something everywhere. Yeah, Vikings. Vikings go. Here's like a really bad, we can walk in the field like, this is not what you want it to look after like 2 months since you put the seed in the ground. Like there's nothing here. But yeah, luckily there's some stuff here. This guy right here, we need 20 mils, 30 mils. Fill her up tomorrow. Man, this is shaky. We need to make it so it's not shaky, so it stays upright tomorrow. We need some water in that guy. But yeah, it's amazing. This year so far I think there's 31 meals this month, and then there was like 6 meals last month. So we have, all in all, we have gotten like this much rain, 40 meals in the whole year. And it looks more here because this is more than 4 centimeters. But yeah, if you think out on the field, we have gotten like this much rain. That's all the rain we've gotten this year. Like that's not a lot in 2 months. This thick layer on the whole field. That's way too little. Yeah, May was like even worse. In May we got 5 meals. That's like this much rain. Like nothing in June, and then just a tiny bit now in June. But I looked up, like it's pretty much the same this year as last year. So terribly low amounts of rain. Both in May and June. And yeah, the May and June are maybe even more important than, like, sure, if you get some rain in July, it's gonna help a little. But May, June, that's really where you would want to have, like, I think I saw 2020 we had, it was about 80 mils to 100 mils per month in May, June, and I think July. And at that point we had good yields. So we just need, that's about what would be a good amount per month. 80 mils, 100 mils. That's about this much per month. That would be good. And even a little bit more than that if it's hot like this, or like 30 degrees some days, even a little more wouldn't be bad. So it's we don't really get flooding here at any point in the summer. I remember my dad said once that once they got like 50 mils in 1 hour, and at that point there were some puddles in the field. It was kind of a little bit flooding, but that doesn't really happen. Like it's super rare. Yeah, I guess the grass that we cut, this is, now there's some red clover too. But that also needs water. If that gets water now, it's gonna really explode. Grow really nice. Yeah, here you can see the road, like the grass is turning like brown here. Like it's almost like dying, the grass here. But yeah, here it's a little better here.
There's some wheat here, but even here when you look closer, it's pretty like there could be more. But at least there's something to combine here. There's going to be something here. Yeah, we'll see. It's like the oats, it looks a lot better here. This is of course the better part of this oat field. This is probably the best soil we have somewhere right here. So this looks, let's see, the heads are out. So we can actually, yeah, we can do a count here. Like this looks okay, at least there's like something everywhere here. But it's really short, and we can count how many seeds there are in the head here approximately. If we say this is like an average, that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe about 10 seeds. 10, a little bit over, so that's gonna be, if we put 200, I think we put 220 kilos of oats. So if you take that times 10, then this is gonna be, yeah, it's not good. It's gonna be like 2.5 tons per hectare maybe for oats. Maybe 3 tons in the good spots here. And then the poor ones, it's gonna be like 1,000 kilos. So not good. Maybe, yeah, for oats it's gonna be maybe even worse than last year. Oats we still got on average like 3.5 tons or 3 tons last year. I would say we're gonna get maybe less this year, similar to less, so not great. Not great. I mean, if we get rain now, it would help to fill these seeds because it's kind of forming the seeds now. I guess one of these has like 2 seeds in it, so I guess there could be like 20 seeds. But this is the better spots. Now it's starting to fill the seeds up. They're still empty. But yeah, it will fill these up. So for that, the rain would help a little bit. But yeah, at least, I mean, this, like, from a distance, this looks okay. Like there is oats here, which is nice. The wheat field, there's some spots, the worst spots where there's actually nothing. At least here there's something, but it's pretty short. It's gonna be, I guess some of these are still, it's still pushing out the head, so there might be some more seeds come out, but it's gonna be pretty slim. There's a lot of these really small heads. This has like 4 or 5 seeds on it. But it is what it is. At this point we can just hope for some rain now to help fill the seeds and then, yeah, harvest it at some point. There's nothing more we can do anymore. Yeah, maybe you got a lot of rain. It's pretty, in Finland even there's some areas that have gotten, I guess, enough rain too, but it's been mostly like showers, so it's very like, some places got a lot and then others have no rain. But here in our area it's been very, very dry. Some really small showers, but not a single day with like a lot of rain. Just some small showers here and there, but nothing really, no proper rains. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see in the fall what the yields are going to be. It's not going to be good, but it's going to be like something, but not great. But yeah, we'll have to see if my brother, if he wants to start spreading the fertilizer on the field now, or if it's gonna be a lot later today. Then we might cut the stream and then put it on again later. But yeah, we're just gonna lift like a few bags in the spreader, so I guess it's not that interesting. Just gonna put a little bit of fertilizer on the other wheat field. I think as long as it's gonna rain tomorrow, then we could do that. Yeah, weather is by far the thing that determines most of the season. And even there, it's like the rain. Like we have definitely enough heat here, and if we would get more rain, then it would be, I guess, okay if it's like 30 degrees some days. But rain or lack of rain is definitely the biggest factor. For oats, if we get now like 2.5 tons, 3 tons per hectare, the 1 year when it rained a little more, like 2020, we got on average, like I think we had like 6 tons per hectare oats. So that's like double or more than double that what we're gonna get this year. And the only difference is pretty much the rain. So it's a big difference. SAP. När jag tänkte börja sprida. Okay. Okay, he's thinking about starting spread like 6, so pretty late in the evening. We're still gonna wait to the late evening and make sure that it rains tomorrow. Like basically wait as long as we can, like, and then try to spread the fertilizer right before rain, if there's gonna be rain. Otherwise, it's better to save the fertilizer for next year. So yeah, I guess we're not gonna put the fertilizer on if it doesn't rain, because it's not liquid fertilizer, it's like non-liquid fertilizer. So when we spread it on top there, if it doesn't rain, then it doesn't like soak into the ground. So there's no point in putting it on then. Did we check out the organic herbs? I don't really have that many herbs. Like I got some berry bushes, I got the, I guess, deal parsley. I don't know if you call that herbs. But yeah, we did check the garden. I did some work in the garden in the morning there, or earlier in the stream. But yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream. I might start another stream later today. It depends. Like my brother's gonna spread a little fertilizer, maybe. It depends on the rain forecast very much. So maybe. Like if it's gonna be a very short stream in that case, we're just gonna show when we load the fertilizer. So maybe it's not gonna be a stream, but yeah. Tomorrow, if it's gonna be, it might be like heavy rain, thunder, like a proper thunderstorm tomorrow. It might be. If we get a big storm, then I could put the camera here, stream from here tomorrow, and show like the big storm if we get it. Like it's very up in the air now. I don't know. Nobody knows. But if we get the big storm, I could stream it. Then you can get to see the thunder, and maybe the first time this year when it actually rains. After like 2 months, it's pretty sick. No proper rain days in 2 months. But yeah, thanks for watching today. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs. I will see you guys tomorrow probably.
take care. Have a good Monday or Sunday, depending on where you're at. Yeah, hopefully we get a storm like what they did get on the soccer field yesterday. We're hoping for that. Bye bye.
I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know space. I spend my time down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in